make sure he can get comfortable with everyone around him so he can make some plays for us down the stretch. Back to you.
Molly, we'll see what kind of problems that might cause. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They're on the board first here in the season opener. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Fielded in the end zone, it's Burrows. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. He'll try the left side. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Handoff again. Pass to 6. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Play action with Lewis. Oh, pressure's coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Here's Lewis to throw. Rolls right. Rolling right and going deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's up to 81 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. This is a designed run. Inside the 30. Hits a seam wide open. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense started the season off with a bang.
He'll bring it out. It's Burrows. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Arrington. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
2nd and 10 from their own 1, and they must take care of the football. Caught on the RPO. There he goes. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Lewis. Rush right in his face. Back's got it on the screen. Crosses to 40. Right midfield, he's got room. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Handoff to the single back. Defense all over him.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Give to the running back. Finding some room. At the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Temple. Knocked down immediately.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Gonna run it. It's Arrington. Nowhere to go.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
How about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
Looking for room. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's now up to 77 yards, scored them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Rides to the back. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Extending the play. Out wide left, it's Burrows. And he's brought down after a nice gain. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Hits inside. It's Davidson. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Spins away from the defense. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. After getting pushed back on the holding call, here comes 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Looking for room. It's Davidson. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Escapes the pressure going right. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. 4th down, Lewis. Stepping to the right. Going to try to get it himself. He's knocked out of bounds, and he still had a long way to go, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Just smothered on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Bulldogs need to pick it up on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the middle. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Iptay if they can stop him on third down. They'll run the screen. Turning it on. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Makes the grab. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Temple. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Makes the grab in their space. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4th down.
And this one splits the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Burrows. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Hits the hole. It's Davidson. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Look out! Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the score.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Lewis to throw for it on 4th. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll run him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Timeout on the field, and that's the 2nd call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Temple. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll bring it out. It's Burrows. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. They'll send the back in motion. On the snap, it's Davidson. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on 1st down, but the defense was ready. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Snap to the back. He'll find a little bit of running room there. It'll be 3rd down as the clock runs before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. Fighting off the defender. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tiger! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
That's a huge play for the offense because it keeps this thing one possession. They're going to be receiving first in the 3rd quarter, and if they can keep this thing moving, all of a sudden they may have the lead here very soon.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific 2nd half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at LSU taking on the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Tigers with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Let's take a look at some of the other notable games going on, including one that looks like it could be headed towards Upset City.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Lewis on the play action. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. The fake and wants to throw. Flush to the left. He turns it loose to the left. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. He just broke the century mark. 100 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Pulls it. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. The run inside. It's Davidson. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
To the air, it's Hope. Got the big paws on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range, had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Complete out of the backfield. Oh, he's got it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. and Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Caught in the backfield. It's Arrington. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Stop right there.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws quickly. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Caught behind the line. It's Arrington. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Third and 6 yards to go. Draw play, it's Arrington. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. Quarterback decides, let's think this fourth down play over, and he calls a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Near midfield, they don't think they can gain enough on a punt. They'll leave the offense out. 4th and long from the 46. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuff, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Quarterback changing the play. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. He's going to run it. Powers through. Could be an alley. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Davidson.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Running the red zone, it's Davidson. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. Just gets rid of that one.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Flips it out to the back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Finds his man on the RPO. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, we know this guy is special. And
first down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Drops back on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Temple. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rigged running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good.
Snags it, and there's running room. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Right side, it's Temple. And he's wrestled out of bounds after a nice pickup. Great job by the quarterback to beat the blitz by getting rid of the football, and as a bonus, they get the first down.
Yeah, that's a good example of a quarterback knowing where his answers are. He sees the blitz coming, he finds his running back running out of the backfield, and they're able to make that defense pay.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. So the defense sets them up with an interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Off play action. Moving to his left. That one's not even close.
I think oftentimes for a quarterback, accuracy goes down a little bit when you're not throwing from the pocket in a good throwing position. Every time you scramble, every time you start running, you really got to make sure that all of your fundamentals are in check. And that time, the quarterback just got a little bit out of whack, and that affected the accuracy on that play.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Rushes on. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on 4th. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in them. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out of it.
Caught in the backfield, it's Temple. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Running inside, it's Temple. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out wide right, it's Taylor. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They were all over it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and and the defense is reeling.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Quarterback keeps it. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. The quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
From deep, it's Burrows. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Cuts it upfield. It's Davidson. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win, but you got to manage this clock.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Keep it on the ground. And he's brought down after a short gain. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He's past the sticks. Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. The 20.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because, Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. It'll all be decided right here, win or lose on this kick.